Kia ora, good morning, Atamaria. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to level 1 if you're in Auckland. As usual, I am Mike from Markets, and as almost always, this is Kiwibank Markets in a minute. Yeah, almost always, because 2 years ago we called this the 60-second summary. Doesn't really matter, they're both factually incorrect. Anyway, the New Zealand dollar. This time yesterday, it was in freefall, collapsing alongside equities following word that US fiscal stimulus negotiations were going to be deferred until after the election. That's the US election, of course. So from 66.3, the Kiwi bottomed out near 65.75 yesterday afternoon, and then overnight, just catching us up to the present, it did basically nothing, a 15-ish point trading range since 4 PM yesterday. We've actually just pushed below the bottom of that 65.85 to 66 flat overnight range though. 65.7-ish, we're having a sniff lower following the release of the Fed's meeting minutes. They are just out, 7 AM, just a few moments ago. Not a lot in them, to be fair, but they are reiterating concerns of economic risks. Yeah. So, interestingly, even though the Kiwi did, for the most part, basically nothing, or arguably slipped if you want to include the past few minutes, the wider market pretty much jumped back on the risk train. Yeah, so Donald Trump, he pulled the pin on fiscal stimulus talks yesterday morning, but then overnight made a sort of counteroffer of some stimulus that he was prepared to sign off on. Some might argue that that's less about greasing the wheels of economic progress and more about political manoeuvring, but whatever. Either way, it prompted a rebound in equities, a fall in the yen, and a rally in the Aussie dollar. In fact, every currency bar the yen outperformed the Kiwi. So, yeah, if you set aside the New Zealand dollar, then big picture styles, yeah, very much looks like a tentative risk-on trade overnight. So to be fair though, the rebound in US equity markets, it was only sufficient to get them back to square. So yesterday, pre-announcement, they were positive, then they went negative, and overnight they just clawed back that negative component. So the market, yeah, still isn't back to where it was pre-negotiation cancellation. And from a Kiwi perspective, yeah, we're still underwater against pretty much everything but the yen. Yeah. Actually, some pretty important levels are either currently being tested or look like they might be tested in Kiwi cross land. So 56 for the Kiwi Euro, 51 for Kiwi Sterling. It's the bottom of their respective trading ranges. Both under pressure. Kiwi Aussie, that looks to be eyeing up a sniff of technical support near 92.92 Aussie dollars. What's going on in the crosses, really? Speaking of stuff going on, actually, let's not speak about that. There's not a lot of it today. So we're back to headline watching and, yeah, I guess waiting to see which sentiment train next turns up at the station. Southbound or northbound. Yeah, my train was late this morning. Talk about what you know, as they say. Okay, look, that's it from me. Have a great Thursday. Kia pai tō rā.